What up, everyone? Chimera45 here. Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super review, this time on episode 22, so let's get right into it. So Frieza is, needless to say, very impressed with Taguma. He killed one of his comrades ruthlessly. He killed one of his opponents ruthlessly. He's threatening more of his comrades, even his superiors. Not Frieza, of course, but I'm talking about Sorbet. Frieza's just overall impressed with this dude right now. He's like, okay, Taguma, I'll go ahead. What do you want? So he's like, if I kill all of these people, will you make me your right hand? Frieza's like, I'll do more than that. You can have a galaxy or two if you want, if you kill them. And Taguma's like, okay. So he flies over to the Z Fighters. While that was going on, Gohan, whose heart had stopped from Taguma's sneak attack, gets revived by Piccolo. He shoots I'm pretty sure it's called a Ki, I'm pretty sure it's called a Ki. It's just like an energy pulse into Gohan's chest, and it gets his heart beaten, so he's able to swallow a senzu bean. As Taguma's flying over and Gohan gets up, he's like, that dude's as strong as I used to be when I was fighting Boo. Maybe even stronger. So that's a very, very powerful opponent they're dealing with. So Piccolo's like, don't worry, I got this. He rushes in, and he goes to punch Taguma right in the face, and Taguma doesn't even flinch. Like, Taguma just does not even budge, and then he just proceeds to beat the shit out of Piccolo, even rips off one of his arms, to the point where Gohan has to come in with pretty much a sneak attack, and charges a Ki blast in his hand, and fires it, and sends Taguma flying. Piccolo's able to grow his arms back. He only rips off one arm. But as the dust clears, Taguma wasn't even fazed by Gohan's attack. That just shows you how weak Gohan has gotten, which is so sad. But anyway, so Taguma's just bragging like, I was beaten to near death every single day by Frieza and put back together even stronger. My body's as hard as steel. There's no way you punks will be able to damage me. So go on, try your worst. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Gotenks arrives. I guess the boys did fusion like right after leaving Capsule Corp or whatever. But anyway, they've come flying out of nowhere in Super Saiyan form and just crash their head right into Taguma's balls. It's just so ridiculous, but at the same time so funny. I guess that's the one spot that Frieza didn't hit Taguma in, because he goes down just like anyone else would. So everyone's like, oh great, the boys are here. And Bulma yells at him that you're not supposed to be here. But Gotenks is like, we always get left out of the cool stuff. We're going to do something this time. He goes up to Frieza, well, not really, but he walks a few feet and starts trash talking Frieza. And all of a sudden they defuse. I guess they fused like a half hour before they should have. And yeah, because as soon as they defuse, they're shitting their pants. And Frieza recognizes both of them. He recognizes Goten as Goku's son because he's the spitting image of him. And he recognizes Trunks because Future Trunks was the one to kill Frieza, to actually kill him the first time. So, in Mecha Frieza form. So he recognizes current Trunks. He's not Future Trunks, but they share the same face. And he thinks that maybe Future Trunks is Trunks' father, since he doesn't really look anything like Vegeta. And he's like, wow, I've been gone a few years and these monkeys have procreated so much, and that really pisses him off. So he yells down to Taguma to get up, or else Frieza will kill him here and then. But on the ground, Taguma is slowly getting up, and then that frog comes up to Taguma and starts scribbling in the dirt. And Taguma reads, or says, does that say change now? And boom. It happens. The frog was none other than Captain Ginyu. So, Ginyu is overjoyed to have an actual body again. And not only is it a body, it is a very powerful body. So he flies over to Frieza and re-pledges his loyalty to him. And Frieza is actually pretty happy to see him. Well, as happy as Frieza can be for one of his subordinates, He's like, oh, Ginyu, I thought you were dead for sure. What a pleasant surprise. And he's like, don't worry, my lord, will still fight for you no matter what. You are still my lord and master. As proof, I will kill these lowlifes for you here and now. He beams over to the Z Fighters and if you've never watched Dragon Ball Z, when Ginyu took over Goku's body, he wasn't able to unlock Goku's full potential because he didn't have the mindset to get into Goku's body. Goku's body was for protection, was for, keeping the peace. Well, I'm going by the English dub. Japanese dub, it's more of just wanting to get stronger, wanting to improve himself, wanting to be the best that he could be. Ginyu's mindset is killing, domination, serving Frieza so that he couldn't get in rhythm with Goku's body. Taguma's body is completely different. I think this is what a lot of people are overlooking. Taguma's body and mindset were serving Frieza, killing, domination, intimidation. Especially right then and there, at the height of his power, he had that mindset. So when him and Ginyu switched, Ginyu's mind could more easily fit in with Taguma's body. So he's actually able to bring out more power in Taguma. Ginyu has a lot more fighting experience and expertise in fighting than Taguma ever did, because he was in a lot more battles. So he's able to actually bring out Taguma's full power and make him even stronger than he was. And of course, this is not a good thing whatsoever. So he just attacks, and he just easily, and I'm talking about easily, wipes the floor with all of the Z fighters, including Gohan. He just knocks them all out like they're nothing. But after everyone's down and out, or seems down and out, Gohan gets back up. And he's like, okay, I'm going to take you on one-on-one. And Ginyu recognizes Gohan as, he fought him on Namek. And he wants to see just how far Gohan's training has come since then, and accepts the one-on-one battle. So yeah, while that's going on, Bulma once again pulls out the Sunday and has Goten and Trunks join her in trying to get Whis' attention. Jaco has seen this happen both times now, and he thinks they're all just crazy. Because he doesn't believe in Beerus. Bulma's talking about Beerus, and he's like, well, Beerus isn't real, he's just a myth. So it just shows you that these galactic patrolmen, the people that Jaco belongs to, aren't really the most updated and smart people, despite being the protectors of the universe. Anyway, I'm not really going to be talking about the Pride or not. Yeah, I'm not really going to be talking about the Galactic Patrolmen because they're just really not that important. But anyway, so before anything can happen, before we see any fighting between Gohan and Ginyu, because yes, it is Ginyu now, not Taguma, we cut over to Goku and Vegeta, who are struggling to move in this dimension that we sent them to. After, I don't know how long they've been in there, Vegeta figures out that if you keep your energy within your body, like Whis was telling them, they can move around. And Goku's like, good job, Vegeta, I should have known you'd figure it out before me. And Goku keeps his energy within himself too, and they're able to move around. On the outside, of Whis' staff, Beerus is just chowing down on some pizza, and he's just loving it. And they're talking about Goku and Vegeta. And Beerus is like, don't worry, they'll be fine in there. And Whis is a little concerned that maybe it was too quick or too early to put them in there. But Beerus is like, they're Saiyans. They're like the top of Saiyans. They will be able to figure this out, don't worry. So back inside the staff, after they're able to figure out how to move, Vegeta's like, Kakarot, does this area feel familiar to you? And Goku's like, yeah, it feels just like the hyperbolic time chamber. So maybe we can get more training in here than we'd be able to on Beerus' world. And it's also a lot more intense because they have to keep their energy within themselves instead of just flooding it out like they usually do. So it's a lot more intense too, because if they don't do that, then they won't be able to move. So it's a lot more of a serious training place than the hyperbolic time chamber, if you ask me. I'm not sure if it has any increased gravity, though. So as they're training, we cut back to Earth. And why am I mixing up their names? Gohan and Ginyu are going at it, and Ginyu's just toying with Gohan. Like, just being like, I thought you would have advanced a lot further than this. And in his mind, Gohan's like, I can't pull out my full power. What's going on? Is it because I haven't been training? Now, I'm sorry. He should still be able to pull out a lot of his power. It hasn't been that long since the Buu saga. But anyway, I'm not going to harp on that point too much. So Ginyu knocks Gohan into a mountain, and Gohan's like, okay, I've got no choice, and goes Super Saiyan. And Ginyu's like, wow, you've been hiding a lot of power from me. Well, then bring it on. But before he can even say anything else, Gohan just delivers this really mean kick right to Ginyu's gut. Now, the animation in this shot is a little wonky, but it's still a really, really powerful punch, kick right to the gut. And he puts Ginyu down. But instead of killing him, Gohan just looks back at him and's like, I'm not going to just beat you up to fuel my self-pride. I'm going to let you go. And Frieza gets pissed because this reminds him of Goku, a Super Saiyan letting a really strong opponent go. And Frieza's just like, he doesn't say this, but he pretty much says, fuck this, and just fires a death beam right at Gohan. And Gohan doesn't even have time to react, but before it hits him, a white cloaked or a white caped warrior jumps in the way, and Piccolo falls to the ground dead. And that's how the episode ends, with Piccolo's death. You know, everyone's just looking shocked. And yeah. Overall, pretty good episode. I don't know why they would bother introducing Taguma as like his own character. Why couldn't they have just made him a mindless background character and then have Ginyu take over his body? They tried to give him his own personality and character development and all that. Just did not really work out very well with him just automatically being put in a frog. Maybe we'll see him again in 20 years when they're doing like Dragon Ball X or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, good voice acting for Ginyu. I'm pretty sure I don't know the guy's name, but I've recognized his voice from other anime. Goku and Vegeta training, still pretty good. Beerus and Whis, fine. The interactions were all good. Gotenks wasted potential, but oh well. A lot of people think that Gotenks could have taken Frieza. I don't really think so. I'm sorry. I don't think so. No, not at all. Not even as a Super Saiyan 3. Nah. I don't think it would have gone very well for him. Maybe they would have held their own, but Frieza would have been able to outlast the 30-minute time limit. I'm sorry. That's just my honest opinion. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for my review of episode 23.